The Bold and the Beautiful, June 9th, 2025. The Bold and the Beautiful, Kelly's Journal, Ridge's Gamble, and the secret that could shatter everything. Liam Spencer is a man walking the edge of life with one foot already hovering over the abyss. After throwing himself in front of a bullet to save Steffi, after undergoing an experimental implant in Zurich with only a 5% survival rate, he has come home to Los Angeles not as a man defeated, but as a father desperate to give meaning to whatever time he has left. He has no illusions anymore. He knows his days are numbered. The radiation chip embedded in his brain is slowing the tumor, but not stopping it, and every breath he takes feels borrowed. In the quiet of the Forrester home, while others buzz about protection, plans, and Luna's growing threat, one person remains grounded in the only truth that matters. Kelly Spencer knows her father is dying. She's young, but not naive. She watches her father's hands shake, sees the strain in his smile, hears the pauses in his voice that never used to be there. She knows when grown-ups are pretending. So, in her innocence, but with a depth far beyond her years, Kelly begins to do the only thing she can. She documents everything. She starts with a spiral-bound notebook. A child's journal, barely used. But what begins as a few lines about breakfast with her dad becomes something far greater. She writes about the walks they take, the questions he answers, the time he helps her with her shoelaces even though his fingers twitch, the way he stares into the sunset like he's trying to memorize it. Every little detail becomes sacred. She sketches his face as he sleeps on the couch. She pastes in photos. She records voice memos on a cheap device Hope gave her and later transcribes them into the margins. Each page is a piece of her heart, wrapped in a child's scrawl, but heavy with unspeakable knowledge. Unbeknownst to anyone, Kelly has created the living memory of Liam Spencer. Weeks later, as tension escalates over Luna's whereabouts and the looming threat to Steffi's safety, Ridge Forrester visits the beach house. He comes to check on Steffi, to offer support, to do what fathers do when everything else is unraveling. But while walking through the house, something catches his eye. A notebook, left on the counter. Pages folded. A corner bent. Curiosity gets the better of him. He opens it. And he reads. It takes only minutes before Ridge realizes what he's holding. It's not a child's scrapbook. It's not play. It's a journal. Yes, but it's more than that. It's a living, beating, breathing record of Liam's slow goodbye. Through Kelly's eyes, Ridge reads a story of courage and quiet suffering. He sees Liam walking with her even when he can barely stand, laughing when he should be crying, explaining life and love and loss as if he were carving final words into stone. But something else bleeds through the pages. Not just Liam's love, not just his strength, his secrets. Because in the private moments, when Kelly asked why Daddy kept staring at old letters, or why he locked the bedroom door to make a phone call, or who the woman was in the photo he keeps hidden in a drawer, Liam told her things he didn't tell anyone else. Not Hope, not Steffi, not even Ridge. And Kelly wrote it all down. Ridge puts the book down with shaking hands. He knows he shouldn't have read it. He knows it's not his. But something in those pages won't let go of him. Because as much as it's personal, as much as it's raw, it's also powerful. It's human. It's a testament to love and loss and courage in the face of death. And in that moment, Ridge makes a decision that will change everything. He calls a press contact. He tells them there's a story. Not just any story. A father dying. A daughter documenting his every breath. A desperate need for funding to continue the experimental treatments that might save him. He arranges for excerpts to be published anonymously, no names, no specifics. Just the journal of a brave little girl, serialized online with illustrations redrawn from Kelly's own. The effect is immediate. Los Angeles explodes in empathy. The story spreads like fire across the city, then the country. Influencers repost it. News anchors cry reading it on air. Crowdfunding platforms light up. Doctors from around the world call Ridge, offering expertise, resources, technology. In less than 48 hours, over $10 million is raised for additional trials and surgical research tied to Liam's condition. The journal becomes a symbol of hope. Posters appear downtown. Asterisk fight like Liam. Asterisk coffee shops offer discounts to people donating to the fund. Local schools use the journal as a reading assignment. But with the spotlight comes the cost. Because someone in the media does some digging, and they connect the dots. They trace the handwriting, the photos. They realize the girl is Kelly Spencer. The man is Liam Spencer. The story is real. And worse, the pages Ridge chose not to share, those filled with family confessions, are now under scrutiny. Reporters start circling the Spencer, Logan, and Forrester families. Questions fly. Who was the woman Liam confessed to loving more than once while married to someone else? Why did he hide letters never sent to Hope? What did Kelly mean when she wrote, "Daddy said Mommy doesn't know the whole story about Zurich"? It's all there. Secrets Liam trusted only to Kelly, things he thought would stay hidden until after he was gone, now exposed to the world. And at the heart of it, Steffi is blindsided. She confronts Ridge. He admits to publishing the journal, but claims it was anonymous and only to save Liam. He never expected it to blow up like this. He never meant for it to turn into scandal. But Steffi doesn't care about the intention. She cares about the betrayal. Because among the confessions is one that hits her like a freight train. Liam had doubts about the Zurich treatment. He didn't believe it would work, but he chose it anyway because he needed time, not just to say goodbye to his daughter, but to try and make peace with a past mistake involving Steffi that he never fully revealed. Steffi demands to know what that mistake was. But Ridge doesn't know. Only Liam does. And now Liam is weaker than ever. The journal's publication triggered a flood of stress he couldn't afford. The tumor is pressing again. The chip is failing. Doctors are scrambling for new options. And Liam is drifting, spending more time unconscious than awake. Steffi sits beside him, the journal in her lap. Her hands tremble as she turns the pages. She reads about their time in Aspen. About the night Liam almost left Hope for good. About the letter he wrote but never gave her. The one where he confessed he never stopped loving her, even after choosing Hope. She cries silently. And then she sees a sentence that breaks her. Asterisk, Daddy said he didn't regret saving Mommy from the bullet. He just wishes he told her the whole truth first. Asterisk, now it's too late. Or maybe not. Steffi leans forward. She whispers to Liam. She tells him she forgives him for whatever it is. That he doesn't have to explain. That saving her life was enough. But inside, she knows it's not over. Because someone else read the journal. Someone copied it before Ridge published it. Someone who saw the family cracks and realized they could be turned into fault lines. And as the funding pours in for Liam's surgery, as hope rises again, as a city unites to fight for one man's life, the real enemy is still watching from the shadows. Luna still has the gun. Remy still doesn't know the truth. And the gold bullet still hasn't revealed its master. The journal saved Liam. But it may have doomed the rest. And the next chapter hasn't been written yet. Love, Lies, and the Loading Gun *** Monday, June 9th, 2025. A date that will burn into the memory of every bold and the beautiful fan as the moment things turned from chaos into catastrophe. This isn't about petty rivalry anymore. This isn't about who wore what or who kissed who. This is about life and death. This is about a daughter spiraling toward violence, a mother clinging to the last thread of redemption, and a man unknowingly arming the very person aiming to kill the woman he's trying to protect. This is the bold and the beautiful at its most volatile, most dangerous, and most unrelenting. At the center is Luna Nozawa, shattered, angry, emotionally fractured, and fully convinced that Steffy Forrester is the singular source of her misery. Her obsession has warped into something colder, something far more calculated. No more teary rants, no more pleading for Finn to recognize her. Now Luna sees only one path forward. Steffy must be erased. And she means to do it with a bullet. But let's rewind a moment. Because while Luna is planning murder, her mother, Poppy Nozawa, is preparing to make a last-ditch effort to stop her daughter from descending into total darkness. Urged by Sheila Sharp. Yes, that's Sheila, who knows a thing or two about spirals into madness. Poppy has no choice but to confront her greatest regret head-on. She abandoned Luna emotionally. She chose silence and avoidance instead of parenting. She ran from her daughter's early signs of trouble. And now, the damage is almost irreversible. Sheila, of all people, sees the storm coming. The legendary villainess who once stalked and shot her way through the Forrester family is now the voice of warning. Because if Sheila is scared of what Luna might do, then you know the line between soap opera villain and genuine danger has been crossed. Poppy listens. Not because she trusts Sheila, but because deep inside, she knows it's true. She knows Luna is unhinged. She knows she failed her. And for the first time in a long time, she decides to face that failure. Poppy begins planning a visit, unannounced, unfiltered, and painfully necessary. She'll see Luna between June 9th and June 13th. She'll try to say what she never did. But it may be far too late. Because by now, Luna's plan is no longer a fantasy. It's taking form in reality. She's already armed. She's already targeted. And now she's practicing. That's right, Luna walks into a shooting range with the calm of someone rehearsing for a dinner party. She signs in, loads her weapon, and begins training. Every pull of the trigger is a rehearsal for murder. Every perfect hit on the target is a mental confirmation that when the moment comes, she won't miss. She's meticulous. She's obsessive. She's terrifying. But she's not alone. In a twist no one saw coming, Remy Price, a.k.a. Dario, her charming and unsuspecting friend from her house arrest days, happens to walk into the same shooting range. To Remy, this is a coincidence. To the audience, it's a disaster. Because Remy doesn't know Luna's plan. He has no idea she's plotting to kill Steffy. He sees her as a misunderstood girl, someone fun, someone who never got a fair shot. He smiles. He hugs her. He picks up a weapon. And then, unknowingly, he helps her plan an assassination. That's the horror of it. Remy, well-meaning and clueless, begins offering tips, pointers, how to breathe when firing, how to track a moving target. He treats it like bonding, a casual afternoon. But for Luna, every word he says is a tactical advantage. Every tip becomes part of her kill plan. And the worst part? She plays along perfectly, smiles, flirts, acts innocent. Meanwhile, in her mind, she's picturing Steffy in place of the paper targets. Later, Luna updates Remy on some shocking news about Steffy manipulating him further, steering the conversation to reinforce her distorted perspective. She paints Steffy as the villain, the woman who turned Finn against her, the one blocking her from love and family. Remy, still unaware of her deadly intentions, likely offers sympathy. Maybe he even encourages her to stand up for herself. Maybe he says, *, don't let her control your life. Asterisk, he doesn't know she's planning to end Steffi's life. Meanwhile, at the Forrester Cliff house, tensions are nearing a boiling point. Liam Spencer is spiraling. After surviving a gunshot, after undergoing experimental treatment, after choosing to live with a 5% survival rate just to buy more time for Kelly and Steffi, he now senses something worse coming. Luna is still out there. She's unstable. She's obsessed. And this time, Liam knows he can't afford to hesitate. He calls Finn. They talk. And for once, there's no rivalry. No tension. Just urgency. They agree. Steffi must be protected at all costs. Whatever differences they've had, whatever jealousy or confusion once existed, it's gone. Now there's only one mission: keep Luna away from Steffi and the kids. Secure the house. Watch every angle. Trust no one. But Luna is already ahead of them. While Poppy scrambles to find the right words, while Sheila paces in fear, while Liam and Finn begin a protection pact, Luna is perfecting her shot. And she's not second-guessing herself. She's not shaking. She's not torn. She believes Steffi deserves this. That it's justice. That it's the only way to finally make Finn see the truth. This isn't a moment of madness anymore. This is methodical. And what makes it even more horrifying is that it's all wrapped in calm. Luna isn't ranting in public. She's not waving the gun around. She's not threatening on social media. She's preparing quietly, surgically, like someone with nothing left to lose and everything left to prove. And she thinks she's ready. But there are cracks forming. Poppy's visit may still happen. She may still say something that breaks Luna's trance. Or she may say the wrong thing and push her further. Remy may catch on. Maybe not today. But what if he reviews the footage later? What if he realizes she was never just venting? What if he pieces together that he helped train a killer? And then there's the golden bullet. Still being examined. Still raising questions. The metallurgy, the cost, the engraving, all signs point to something bigger. Someone bankrolled this. Someone put real money into making sure Luna could carry this out with custom precision. And when the truth comes out about who paid for it, it won't just be shocking, it'll be explosive. For now, the stage is set. Luna is armed. Remy is compromised. Poppy is late. Steffi is in danger. Liam is desperate. And Finn is trapped between the woman he loves and the daughter who might destroy everything. June 9th, 2025 is just the beginning. The shot hasn't been fired yet. But the gun is loaded.